two things: vulnerability and style. For me, those
Mm-hmm.
are something with Candy. If you see Candy, I think
when it comes to vulnerability, I can attest to it. Like, Candy is a vulnerable person. Like, the first few times we've done this lockdown therapy, she has been vulnerable with me until I'm now able to, because vulnerability doesn't come easy to me. Honestly, like, I have to trust you completely. Like, it's something I'm constantly working on, because it comes from a lot of as you say, we said in our last video, mostly you think that the things you do not have like a root, but they do. Like, mine comes from like trauma I went through in the past, so this trust, this vulnerability doesn't come as easily to me as it would a normal person. So it's like I have to put in the work, and I think I've been working on it lately. Thanks to Candy, because she has been so vulnerable with me, like sharing her feelings with me, and I'm like, okay, this is a safe space. If she shares with me, like, it's okay for me to share with her.
And you know also how you can tell someone is vulnerable is with the questions they ask. Because Candy asks questions. And then she's not just someone who asks. Okay, like, it's not.
You have to dig deep. You can't give a Candy
one
answer.
Yeah, she asks the questions that make you even just pause, recollect, and then come back and answer. It's
and something that I think I told you. Holy Fatik said it's possible to be vulnerable and still be private. So that you don't just say, I'm vulnerable, yes, but there are things also keep private.
Discretion is a must. Even as an individual, like, discretion is a must. You can't go telling everyone everything about your life. You don't know what people have. Like, people are not everyone has genuine intentions. They can use your vulnerability against you, and now that will make you not be vulnerable
it's
anymore.
like it also takes you to a hole that you didn't even know you were digging.
Exactly.
You put yourself in a hole.
So you have to keep yourself safe. Like, that's why we said you can't have 10 people you are accountable to. Like, choose one person, like, who you trust each other. And no, you can also have different people, but I know the level of vulnerability I can get. I can get this vulnerable with Candy. I can get this vulnerable with this other person, and then there are those people I can, like, completely, because I know we are in it together. So you have to, like, as you say, be vulnerable and private at the same time. And you know that even if there are some other things, you can only go to God to. Go to God.
Go to God.
Go to Him with everything.
Together. Go to God.
Like, go to God with everything. Those ones that are like, I can share with everyone. Those ones I can share with only one person. I can share with three. Like, God.
And that's when you're afraid to tell yourself.
Like, go to God, because He's a safest space.
I agree.
Your lifestyle.
Hey, I
was hoping that while we keep talking, we'll find ourselves introducing something else. Well, for me, I feel like if I say journaling, that's already out there.
It's still fine.
But it's something that's a big part of my life, and that's something that it's been there, it's there, and I know it will be there. Like, it's a constant in my life. And then also, like, as you're speaking, you reminded me something when someone once called me a wellspring of joy.
Yes, I remember
and I felt that, like,
was it a caption on
it
was
like a hangout,
and then he was referring
to each and everyone else. Can I tell you what I was? Do you want to know? I was an anchor.
Yes.
Like, I bring people
together.
And I'm sorry, but we cannot remember.
But who said? Teddy. Teddy said I'm intentional. I can remember.
Okay, back to my
the wellspring of joy.
The wellspring of joy. And you see, I used to be told that I'm bubbly, like, I have this energy. You read it even when I text, when I talk. But until he said it that day, it's like I used to know it's something in me, but I was not aware that it's that visible. Honestly, it might have seemed obvious, but it was something that I was like, wow, you see that? Like, it's something that you see. So that blessed me. As you said that, I was like, that's something that I think it's also unique to me as Chebet.
Because like it's true.
Someone even asked me
all through.
Like even actually one of my birthdays, I feel like birthday has become such a common thing.
It's okay. We
love
birthdays.
But during my birthday, someone on the caption when she was wishing me, she said that she loves how when she sees me, like she can see me smiling from afar. Like I always have
it's true, she's always smiling.
That interaction. Like you see me, I start smiling. Even when we have mass, it's like
it's like you can.
Yeah, I just find myself smiling. Yeah, so I think that's something that it's in one that's unique to me. And in terms of lifestyle, I like to travel. I like.
Okay, there I do not. Okay, I do not.
For real, like nature.
If there was a way I could like teleport to the place, I want to see new places.
But you see, even traveling, it's not just even just with the road. Let me say, visiting new places, even locally, where I don't even need to get on a matatu or a car for 3 hours. I just like to explore. Like I'm that person. You'll find me. I've discovered a cafe.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I have gone. I eat. I've discovered, like I rejoice in just discovering small. I'll walk in town and then I'm like, let me go see. Even if I'll just have a cup of coffee or even I'll have tea. Also drink a lot of tea.
She does.
Cups that I don't think are recommended. But I take a lot of tea. And then also I don't know if I should include style in my but it's also not something that I noticed until people made me conscious of it. It used to be just something, I like this outfit, or I found myself gravitating towards a certain kind of style, which I think it's what even just made me noticeable. Someone teased me and said the kimono. Like I have almost
different
kimonos. Yeah, but basically I think that's it.
Wait, there's something you've said and it has made me remember something like when you said when Teddy called you a wellspring of joy, how it really hit you.
I was like,
and I'm like, it's really important to, if you like see something good in someone, it's good to tell them.
True.
You don't know how much that would mean to them, because like people do not know the gifts they have. Honestly, it's hard to really see yourself, but the people see you. So don't be the one who always calls out the bad things in people, like the bad characters. Call out the good more.
Sadly, with this, I think how we are, like I usually see a lot of when someone passes on and then they RIP post, and then someone has details so well, but deep down, I'm like, I hope the person knew. I hope the person knew. Someone beautifully said it, and she referred to that whole context of letting people know, zile za, give me my roses, let me smell them when I'm alive.
That's true.
Yeah, like let me smell it right here, kabisa. See at zile za, Chebet used to do this for me. I liked when Chebet would post photos of journals. I like when Chebet, and then I can't see
dancing in
heaven.
And you are just saying things. You should have told her she was like, but people are so good at seeing when you go wrong. Like that's when everyone was like, and that brings me to another meme.
Today, meme, with a partnership with meme originators.
Yes. So that says that why is it that when someone does something wrong, that's when you're telling them that's their true colors?
Yeah.
Like, why can't my true colors be when I was really on my best
time?
What is it can utilize to your life?
It's personal.
But see the good in people. Have faith in people, by the way. Don't be expecting the wrong things all the time. If you see someone like flourishing in something, if you see someone like really doing their best, it's good to compliment them. That compliment will go a long way. And that was like outside our topic, but it's still important.
Now that we've talked about lifestyle, let's talk a little bit about self-confidence. We've talked about things that make us us. Now let's talk about how important is it to be confident when you've picked out, this is what I believe in, this is what I want, everything you've set out. Now, let's just talk about self-confidence. How do I take it? How do I own it? How, when I meet up with Chebet and me, Kandi, you're smart, I own it because I know and go like, thank you, I am smart. But not, ushemi tu leo tunaambia uko smart or I love something about you.
Uko sure.
Okay, yes.
But sadly, I'm about to join Julie with her memes. Like, they used to outline zile za when you compliment a girl versus when you compliment a guy. A guy will just be like, oh, thank you. And then girls, hakina siku imagine itakuwa hivi.
Natani ya 50 bob.
Sikuwa like, it's like the moment someone says something nice, all our insecurities, shush.
I think, let me just be vulnerable with you guys for a moment. You see that person that you just said? That is me, and I think my friends have been like, you have to stop. Yeah. Someone is like, I really love your denim. It looks good. Kai, ni a big choice. Lily, buy at us 200. Equally. Like, I'm that kind of person. But recently, I think I was sharing even with the discipleship group. I told them that I realized that I do not give myself the credit I deserve, honestly. Yeah. So I was telling them, even sometimes, like, I've accomplished something, I'm happy about it, but I can't share because in the back of my mind, I'm like, will this accomplishment diminish someone's life? Will someone see it and be like, oh my God, and like, I really put myself like at the back and everyone else, and sometimes you have to put yourself up and belly and be like, you know what, I have earned this. But the way I look good, I say last time, it's okay to look good.
We've grown in this space where if you bring attention to yourself for something that maybe you've done or you feel proud of yourself, like they label it as just a pride.
Exactly.
But of which it's okay to just pat yourself.
Like
with a small dose.
Yes.
Small dose.
Don't dose. Like dosage. I told you guys, me the rest of the fashion. Ukitaka kuinquire, it's my DMs.
Yeah, small doses.
Yeah, small doses. So yeah, I think self-confidence. I'm about to go back to my point. Self-evaluation. When we were doing self-evaluation, we said that when you evaluate yourself, you get an accurate sense of confidence, like a confidence that is true. And we even read that in the Bible. Like, don't think so highly of yourself, lest you fall. And if you place yourself so highly, like, you'll definitely be embarrassed at the end of the day. So if I am to be confident in my beliefs, I have to be sure about them. Like, for example, I am confident in the fact that I believe in God. And why am I confident in the fact that I believe in God? Because I have taken time to know Him for myself. Because as I was growing up, I was like, I grew up, my parents were believing in God. So I took up God because my parents did. But with time, now that's when I've come to understand God for myself. Now for that reason, I take Him with a lot of confidence because I have experienced Him for myself. It's the same with our values. I have to really put them to test to really confirm, because I don't want to be confident in things that are not even true. I'm here confident that yes, we won't, like, once you're sure, like, this is it, this is me, I am kind, I'm honest, I'm vulnerable, you can very confidently take it up. Like Andy was saying, like, I want to be known as I'm vulnerable, and we are here to say that it's true, she is. Like, that's an accurate sense of confidence, and I think it has come from a point of knowing myself, evaluating myself, putting these values to test and seeing whether they are true or they are not, because you don't want to believe in something that you haven't tested for yourself. At the end of the day, we have said these lifestyles, they have to work for you as a person. So for me to be very confident in the life I live, I am confident that I wake up every day, I go to God and draw from Him, and I'm confident that kindness will change the world one day at a time, like one person at a time. I'm confident because I have put it to test and I have seen it to be true. Like, when people come up to me and tell me, like, it's safe for me to tell you this because you treated me with some sort of kindness. That now gives me confidence to keep believing in what I'm believing, to keep doing what I'm doing, because it's tried and tested and it's true. Because at the end of the day, like, evaluation is everything. I have to put things to test to confirm them.
I'd put it this way. It's like you close your eyes from other things. It's like, let me say, choose your river and flow with it. Like, it's as simple as that. Because I think our problem stems from comparison.
Exactly.
Comparison is what shifts our focus completely. And when we compare, we start using the same illustration as a river. I was flowing south, and then all of a sudden, I see Julie's river flowing east. I want now to start creating my own pathway, which was not meant for me. And then I become a east-south river. Okay, I'm taking it too far. But you see, it's comparison that it's what will destroy even your confidence. It's what
it's
will
a thief
destroy.
of joy.
Be okay,
That's a meme.
It is, and I love that I've used that word. That's the truth. I've used it. It's so true, because comparison, it shifts the focus even off of yourself and start looking at, like Julie, like Candy, like this way. Going back to the same thing. There's no one size fits all here. Kabisa. There's not even size, but let's say no one type designer. If you wear Adidas, I wear Nike. If you wear something else, it's okay, so long as you allow yourself to be comfortable there and then. Choose your river and just flow with it. Choose your river and flow with it.
Avoid looking.
And also something that, since we're believers, it's something that we have to ground ourselves in is the word. Like kabisa. It's where you'll get your affirmations. It's where God will tell you, like, you are enough. You are whole. You are accepted. You're chosen. Kabisa. So that even if you are in a contest, let's say with style, like I had to go there. Even if you're in a contest, like them not selecting you as the most dressed, it will not kill you, because you have that affirmation that is going to be constant no matter what, and you're okay. You're okay. At comparison, I think if we get rid of comparison, we have solved 99.9% of the world's problem.
True. That's the truth.
Then, like, you'll always, like, don't think of yourself as the best, because there'll always be someone better. And like, I love how people say, even if you're Miss World 2020, next year, there's another one. Even if you take it, there's a time you won't be there, someone else will be there. So in that season, in that timing where you're glowing, or in that season where you're trying to get things right in your life, if you get things right, it's okay to celebrate yourself and tell yourself, baby, I am doing this, and it's okay. Like, own it. I don't like it how you start up something, you've invested in it, you've taken time, you've prayed about it, and now when you put it out there and you're happy about it, someone from nowhere decides
ametumwa
unakuanga na pride. Remember, these people have slept thinking about this, prayed about this thing, like invested, and then wewe unakuja tu unasema it's all about pride. It's not pride. If you feel like you want to celebrate yourself, because you've invested, you've taken time to build this thing.
Even celebrating yourself goes a long way. Even if it's forming a new habit, and you have like really, you've come to a point of where you're like, anyway, I have worked towards this habit and I have really accomplished it. Celebrate yourself. The simplest things in life. If you said I'll wake up at 5 a.m. and you wake up at 5 a.m., that's an accomplishment. Celebrate yourself. And I think what you said about the word has also made me think, like, our lifestyle, our beliefs, like, should be vetted first by the word of God. Like, everything that you, even your style has to be. Like, at the end of the day, we are like, as God gets the glory and not us. So like that, like something in everything you do, ask yourself, is God going to get the glory out of like this situation? It really helps you even forming a lifestyle. And it comes to everything you do, first vet it through the word of God. Like, does the word of God really does this lifestyle I have really align with God's word and God's plans for me?
Let me just say this before I forget. You know that song, you get the glory, and then
to get the praise,
and then like there's a part, as in, even if they think I'm right or wrong, I know that part.
Should I sing for you?
Sing
for
the Take it away.
It's me singing, Julie here. It says, when you're forgotten.
Okay, start from the top.
And the spotlight is right here.
I don't want to sing the latest song.
I don't want to sing the latest song. I don't want to percolate the crowd. I just want to praise you now. I don't care who thinks I'm right or wrong. I don't care who tries to calm me down. I just wanna make you proud. I love the second verse that it says they don't have to listen for my name. I don't have to walk down the aisle. I just want to make you proud in my life. Like, they don't have to listen for my name. I don't have to be even in the Hall of Fame. Like, I just want to bring you glory in my life. I really like that song.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just want to make happy.
But it's true. Sense. So long as you're walking with that intention in mind that you're glorifying God. You'll be even comfortable in your own unique self that you have chosen. So long as God is glorified, it's not about being ranked as the top. So long as God is glorified, I think that even gives you a sense of confidence.
And that is why whatever things you pick out, as in the things that contribute to your lifestyle, you need to be very careful. If it's people, they will let you down. But if you're doing it from a point of you've read the word and at the end of the day, it's you glorifying God, you never feel the pressure of, I have to,
please. And also, like you just said with people, something that I think it's a battle that every person goes through is affirmation. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to seek or to desire, because it would make you smile if I complimented you. But also, as Julie, you should not base your worth off of my compliment. Like living. I love what a pastor said, that if you live by their compliments and affirmations, you'll die by their criticism. That's like if you hang on every word they say. You put on your best style, you have been kind to everyone, but no one notices, and then if they fail to mention it or to acknowledge, if that crushes you, then that's the wrong place to be at, even as you pursue. It's like it questions your motive for choosing the lifestyle you've chosen or the values you hold dear. So that was really profound for me. Like, it's okay, you appreciate it, but let it not be the focus of everything. That it still goes back to confidence, because if you're okay with affirmations and without affirmations, you'll still retain that which you've chosen. And knowing it's unique for everyone, you again choose your river.
Flow with it. I love what you said about motive, because at the end of the day, even as children of God, even in God's kingdom, motive is everything. The reason why you're doing what you're doing is so important. So if my reasons are selfish, at the end of the day, they won't be that fulfillment in my life. If my reasons are of like selfish ambition and I desire to boast and stuff, there'll still be that feeling of, and like you're not accomplished, because at the end of the day, when it's you and yourself, like you really get to know the truth about your motives, because at the end of the day, but when the motive behind you is pure, when it's really like to glorify God, it takes away all the pressure and it just flows easily. I think another thing we'd probably talk about is in your lifestyle, like how does routine play a part in your lifestyle? Routine.
Routine. This is just something. It's broad. It's broad, but I think routine is the first step in which you now, looking at the lifestyle choices you've now decided to pursue or to live by. Routine is like your next, ni kama ile gari inakubeba, this coupled with discipline, which is again entirely something different, but it's like that carrier that will now carry you through living the lifestyle. Because routine, it will define your organization, how you plan yourself, like what you choose to include as your priorities, what you choose to leave out as, by the way, like let me tell you something funny that, like they mentioned, as I said, I'm an obsessive planner. And obviously routine has some bits of planning.
It's entirely planning.
It revolves around that. But now you see, there's a way you divide your priorities. In my planner, I have one, obviously. Yeah, but in my planner, there are things that I must do, should do, and then also in a day. And then there's a category for if I have time. Like I have allowed myself
for others.
No, if I have time, for real, these are just those nitty-gritties that, let's say if I have time, I'll probably check this out that I didn't check. And for the priorities is where it now goes to the must-dos and all. And also I think something that scares people from routines or planning is this myth, the notion that they have that you have to detail every minute, every hour of your day. Like I don't wake up saying 7 to 8 I must be doing this. Like, or 9 to 10, if I have not listened to this, then my day is cancelled. Like it does not work like that. These are just those nikama to fences to just keep you in check. You just list the things that, let's say, you just have to focus on that day. And it's ever changing, by the way. It's ever changing because some priorities I have today will not be the priorities I have tomorrow. And routine, it fits into everything from your spiritual to your physical to your emotional. Because I remember even before when I decided to be intentional. You know, you can be intentional, but there's a level that you get to be intentionally intentional. Like kabisa with even friendships. Sometimes, you know, there are people with the life, the hustle, the bustle, and everything. You even forget to even check sometimes on people. Or even, for example, in discipleship, like the people I've been discipling, like if I get consumed with my own activities, I can forget to check it. So I'd find myself, even just including that, really just roughly, like check on Candy today, check on Julie today. Sometimes it helps because with this life, that's what I'm saying, it covers a lot from even personal to other people, to your physical. This is where now you can incorporate things like I'll exercise after I do breakfast. There's a book that I think would be advisable even as we continue to talk about lifestyle, and incorporating these habits is Atomic Habits by James Clear. He has articulated it so well because even as we talk about this, you know, I can decide, okay, I want to start reading, I want to start being fit, maybe the next step is the gym, but you know, you're not being given a clean slate. There are things in your life that you had been doing before that now you want to add things. Now he brings about something, I think it was called partnering or coupling. You do it before or after something that you're used to doing. If I like to take coffee, let's say after I've finished my devotion, I can say I'll take coffee, I'll throw in reading a book and then take a coffee. You see now it has allowed you to still do that and incorporate something else. You can't just mara moja because your life will still continue. It's you. Ni kama sasa unajipea kazi ingine. Ni kama unajipea kazi. So he gives the tips and tricks on how to add those new habits into your life. So if you can, I think it's a good book. That should be pursued. But routines are different for everyone. I think you can just have specific for certain times. Like for me, and then for me personally, having that sleeping hours duration.
Who sleeps at 8, honestly?
No, even
let me tell them what happened. I knew Chebet sleeps at 10. So this particular day, I text Chebet. I asked Chebet at 9:15, I think 9:30. I text Chebet, can I call you? I could respond, and then nika text 10. I think you texted
texted twice.
But Sankona had maybe anakula sa Sapa hivi saa ya sapa.
Sapa yetu ni 7.
Nika call.
Chebet has
they wondered where's Chebet.
Nikampigia hashiki. So nikasema acha nisimsumbue, acha nitampigia the next day. So I called Chebet and asked Chebet. And I told Chebet, oh, I called, I thought you sleep at 10. Chebet tells me I sleep at 8, I eat at 7. I was like,
for real, like you see,
Chebet.
But now you see, it's not written on stone.
Exactly.
I have limits. Sometimes it goes earlier, but 9:30 to 10, like you won't find me blinking on this app. But now you see, as I was just bringing that up, me having that allows me to give room for habits. Because now you see, if I sleep early, there's a time that I'll wake up, and then in me waking up, I have allowed myself to utilize more hours asubuhi. Now you see, if it's reading a book, I'll throw it in there. If it's working out, I'll throw it in there. If it's listening to, in me, it's like you just have to sacrifice something. Like one thing goes, another thing comes. For me now, I sacrifice those chitty-chatty 10 p.m.
I think
conversations, 10, and then now in the morning, I thrive. I thrive in the morning. Thrive in the morning.
And I think when Chebeta said that, I just thought of something. Like, these routines, they're different for everyone.
Yeah.
I'd just like to share my experience. I really tried waking up early. A girl tried it. I was telling a group of friends that sometimes you just have to know what works for you. For as long as I can remember, I have never been a morning person, ever. Even in high school. This is a true story. I used to get in class like late for morning prep, and then I'll sleep until breakfast. Even if I try reading, I'll just sleep. And it got to a point my friends were like, it's okay, we'll just let her sleep, we won't wake her up anymore. Because at night they can all sleep, like I'll be extremely active. So as I was incorporating devotion in my routine, I really forced myself to wake up early and do it early in the morning, and I really pressured myself. And it was because sometimes I wouldn't wake up, and then that now comes the feelings of guilt, like I have failed, until I realized that this isn't working for me. Me, I'm a night person, so these days I have a specific time at night where I do it, and I'm flourishing at it, and I'm enjoying it. So if Chebet's routine is she sleeps at 8, mine won't be the same. Me, I'm as sharp as I don't know what at 8. The same way, like the Chebet for morning is it's me at night, and in the morning I'm like, even if I wake up early, I'll just be. I won't really like what are you telling me? And as long as I have not slept for 12 hours or more, and I've slept for like reasonable amount of hours, it's okay. Like, do not put so much pressure on yourself when it comes to routine. Also, if you do not have it in your life, you can't just
once.
Like, do it gradually. Start with something.
I agree.
Start with
you see, even just with waking up, I know I've always been a morning person, but not intensely. Like you see, I think high school just made us know that we can wake up, we can realize that you cannot. But now you see that, I think it was the first step for me. But even now when I started working towards waking up at the certain hour that I wake up, I didn't just once, I just started gradually. If it's from 8, you go to 7. Like maybe this week you set your alarm for 8 or for 7 or for 6 or for, you go as you adjust. And then something that you say is forgiving yourself. Like you forgive yourself, you'll have mishaps here because there are things you'll struggle with because they are not normal to you in that moment. So you just have to forgive yourself as you go.
Forgive yourself, and when you actually succeed in it, appreciate yourself, like clap for yourself or something, and don't like try to now plan your life from 7 to 10.
You cannot.
You cannot. I tried. I think I tried it, and I tried it like do this. Yes, you leave time, specific time for like things. Do things come up? But I realized that I was doing it too much. Like I have time for this, time for this, and it's.
If you can 8, come on, 8, do this. You close everything. You're running.
like it's like high school all over again. It's maths. It's chemistry.
You've set timer. You're like, hey, I should be doing this. It's not that. It's not that obsessive because again that takes the whole
joy.
It takes the joy out of it, and then we also miss the mark because even as you adopt these habits and traits, it's not about how specific you can do them, but at your own pace and be successful. Like I can move with my own pace and still achieve it and cultivate a reading culture if that's what we're going for.
Yeah.
And you can still do it your own way and get there. So the point here, we are having a checklist. Wangapi waliamka 5? Kama huko amka 5, like you're less successful. It's not. The important thing is that however your routine looks, you make sure that you factor in like every habit that is important to you as an individual. Because sometimes even me, zingine I'll adjust them because I know, you see, a good example is even maybe I need to work from outside.
Yes.
I may not have time to read the book in that time, but because it's something that it's a culture I want to cultivate, I'll find myself even in that waiting room, in that matatu, so long as you still allow yourself to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's free reign.
I'm not saying I'm not talking because one, I just don't have a routine. Do I have a routine? I don't think I have a routine. But I think I go like, if this is important, I'll do it like that. But I don't have a routine and say, oh, nafanya hii na hii na hii. And let me just give you a story. So I tried doing exercise.
I think my sister should come and give a testimony about
I was like, I need to work out, I need to go for runs, I need to get those abs.
You should have called me for those runs.
Hey! And then I was like,
call me please.
No, because I think I failed because I didn't have a partner.
Hey, I have a partner. Like my sister works out and was like, I'll start working out with you 2 days in a row, and then on another day I'm just like, this thing is just for me.
I'm not finished my story.
Sorry, you digress.
So I told Steph, okay, you know you guys know Steph. I told Steph, I don't know how to describe her because after this video she'll be like, Ulinitaje. But she's,
we get
yeah. So I told myself, let me go with Steph. So nikamconvince, nikamwambia Steph, hata wendo unafaa tuendelee gym ndo ukue fit nini. And we go. We start running. Kamwambia hata si lazima, si hata unadhani hata mimi niko sawa.
When that's our problem because that's the same thing I tell you.
Hadi mimi nilikuwa na kusupport.
Niko sawa.
Mimi niko
sawa. Mimi niko comfortable.
What do I need to lose?
Nikamconvince hadi kumwambia, hata si lazima tuende runs, acha tukifanya tizi. Tumeanza kufanya tizi. Nikamwambia, let's get zoom. This thing is not for me. And I left. So they are like, me na routine, I don't know, consistency and discipline for me, I don't know. I'll have to work on those
me
two.
Too.
I did kusoma kitabu, like, Chebet nitumie vitabu.
Yeah, and I sent you.
Day 2, day 3, day 4. Chebet, itabidi nimesoma hizo captions zako za simu.
Is that the new book?
Yeah, because they're always like, read more.
Read more. Actually, I wanted to ask you something about those captions. Kuna point inafikanga kwa simu yangu zinafika mwisho na zijionyeshe na hujamaliza. Like, is it my phone?
I could be a phone.
Like, sionangi mwisho wa mingi.
It's really hapo kwenye mwisho unaniambia nikutumie.
Ukweli?
Because I'm like, trust me. Chebet akipost akisoma ile kitabu hizo zake ndo na jaza pia kwa treasure yangu.
But you see, with that, accountability again. Because you see, even with waking up, how the time I wake up right now, I just didn't magically start waking up like that. Someone used to call me. Like, alikuwa so consistent. Like, and then now you know, when you know someone is watching you, kuna vinye, huwezi, uko alert pia, uko rada. We did that for, I think, September to December.
Last year.
No, I've been waking up and sleeping this early till 2017, 16.
For real?
Yeah.
Like, wow, we'll get there when you can do.
Yeah, but you see, it's now, that's what I was saying, accountability and someone who will keeping you on your toes.
Let me just say this. So, let's struggle kufanya exercise. Chebet ashaenda kufanya yoga. That's so I'm looking at Chebet going like, Chebet does her exercise, nini. So last year, hapo deck tukienda kufunga na zile monthly za how my year was
it was something that ilikuwa tu kama ile how do I put it, the stretching, but it was not at the focus, exploring. So I was like no
that tunaenda mbio. Mimi
I really think we should keep each other accountable for exercise, because exercise is really important even in
and then as an individual. It was I think 2017 or 2018. Ilikuwa focus. One, alafu I used to use an app. Alafu the achiever that I am, sitaki kuona ile day ati nimemiss wameniwachia blank. So because I am such an achiever. Like I think even that's something that keeps me in line. Juu sipendi tu, sipendi. Me I think no wale niko na kaza. Unalia.
That's what it is.
Mepata 99.
Hapo mtu mwenye ako na 30 yako like.
But now, but you see now, but knowing the achiever that I am, when you wash up, but ikafika the next year I continue. Fika August. Was it a must? So I tailor-made it to suit how I want. So even today, I don't have to sweat for 30 minutes. Even if I have done 10 squats, a few skips, I'm good.
That's something.
Like so long as at a school city exercise, just move.
I think
just move. It's like a true story today. Like, you see how I have gotten ready to shower and then I remember I've not exercised. I was like, I started putting on exercise. I was like, no, I just put a song. I dance. That counted as my exercise. That's something. You see, that's the process of just moving. Yeah. You change your language. You not exercise. Move. Even if you will walk, just make sure you move. Yeah. Okay.
I think routine is really it's important. It's something you should really consider integrating in your life, because it really gives you a sense of order.
Yeah.
Sometimes your world can be in chaos, and if I don't really thrive well in chaos and disorganization. So if you're really that person, you need to have a routine. You can start simply by as Chemeta saying, sleep at a specific time, wake up at a specific time. It doesn't have to be at 8, 5, whichever works for you. Or probably, I saw a wonderful example. I was I incorporate this. I wake up and take a shower. When I wake up and take a shower, and my day starts from there. That's also something step by step. Try something for a week or 2, and then now add another thing. Do it gradually. Do not flood yourself. And when it comes to lifestyle, I think that's basically not exactly it, because lifestyle is broad, but we've really touched on the important things. And probably not really the next thing we'd like to talk about, we'll probably dive deeper into it with probably the next coming videos. And I'd just like to say thank you for sticking till the end, and a wonderful thank you to our guest Chebet. She has had a lot to say about routine, and that's exactly why we called you here today, because of routine. We felt like you have a lot to say about that. Any remarks?
No, none at all. Now let's ask Chebet to maybe your last words before we finish up on the video for today. Talk about lifestyle a bit and then routine, and then we'll close the video.
Okay. For lifestyle, I think I'll just say, allow yourself to learn and unlearn. That's basically it. Just learn and unlearn, and forgive yourself for the times that you perhaps made bad lifestyle choices and it's led you into some bad consequences. Forgive yourself and allow yourselves to adapt something new. For routine, I'd say don't put too much pressure on yourself. Again, I just need to emphasize this for those who are anti-planners. We are not advocating for you to detail every second of your life, every minute. Just have a system where you set your priorities right by choosing to outline what's important. Yeah, I'd say that, and have fun. Have fun with your routine. And something that will make your routine easier is if you include things that you love as well. That will give you a push to to keeping it.
I think that I forgot something and I'd really like to say it quick. In your routine, in your planning, like make sure you have time for yourself. Like don't plan out everything. Have time for yourself. Have time for taking breaks, like where you have no agenda, you're just resting, because you don't want to, like as we've said, put so much pressure on yourself. Take breaks, relax, schedule time to know yourself more. Yeah, and that's it from this end.
Thank you so much for having me.
We are so honored to have you here with us today.
Thank you so much.
So that's the end of the video. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Bye guys.
Bye.